Facebook. Hello Facebook. Hello YouTube as well. We're streaming over to YouTube whilst we're at it. Welcome. This is not the show at Rise Up Show. This is a little impromptu live. We've got some celebrating to do. We're keeping it in the family today. I am super excited to be bringing a very special afternoon guest live from New York here to you guys on the show. But before I do that, I want to make sure that some of you watching. So do us a favor, wherever you're watching from, pop us in the comments and say hello. Sandra, hello. We got Jessica Fleisch's in the house. What's up, everybody? Come and say hello. Come and give us a little bit of a Thursday afternoon cuddle. Lord knows I need it. I am now running on officially 0 sleep since all the way yesterday. We have pushed through the 24-hour having been awake situation. I feel a little bit like an excitable toddler when they are super tired and everything's fizzy and buzzy and they just don't know what to do with themselves anymore. That's the point of fatigue that I am at, or even non-fatigue at this point. I'm running on adrenaline and extra excitement because of our guest this afternoon. So let me know if you're watching along. Emma Louise, hello, welcome. Just watching whilst on lunch. I've missed you. I've not missed my lives because I haven't missed any apart from on Monday when I was poorly. You've been a super busy bee. Or Chanel, well, come on in here for a little bit of hugs and a little bit of cuddles and a little bit of excitement because I am celebrating today. I'm not just celebrating for me, but I am celebrating for my incredible cousin. So for those people that don't know, as part of my story, one of the things that I talk about is that when we were growing up, we would have cousins that would come to stay with us that were like family, and we grew up like sisters. And this is one of those cousins. I am absolutely honored to share with you some of, as a family, some of our incredible goodness. But for her, it's even better because we are celebrating something pretty special today. I'm going to bring her on. Without any further ado, please welcome to the live. It is my honor to bring my amazing cousin Sarah Stone. Hello.
Look at this, we finally got it on a live together.
I'm made up, and not only am I made up that we are on a live together, Sarah, I'm made up that we're celebrating today, because today is a pretty special day, is it not?
Pretty special indeed. And I thought I might save the announcement. I came on this show with you, with family, and everyone we loved.
Oh!
The book has just hit #1 bestseller.
Amazing.
And even better.
Yeah.
Knocked Mrs. Hinch off.
Stop it. Stop it. That is amazing. Okay, so in our excitement, you may have missed that. Sarah has written a book, and it is an absolutely incredible book. It's a game changer of a little book that you can now get your hands on today. And today, in the last couple of hours, in fact, Sarah Stone just become #1 Amazon best-selling author, no less. I feel like so we should be popping some sort of champagne, and I don't. I have like the water to keep me hydrated, and Wallace won't let me have any more coffee because I will be climbing the walls. I think that's why I'm kind of
now. I think we are
because you've been at what time is it where you are? It's like just the morning where you are.
So it's 8:35 where I was, but because obviously Abby was launching the book around 7ish, that worked out at 2:00 my time. So
2:00 in the morning. Sarah's time. So it has been a long day. It's been a long week, hasn't it? It's been a long couple of weeks. So tell me, Sarah, what has been in the run up to this? Tell us what the book's about. God, just tell me everything.
Tell me. Well, the book is called Live What You Love, which is very different to sort of how people would have imagined me doing something, because my background was obviously personal brand photography, branding, styling, creative direction, and all of that side of things. And I've also done being the co-founder of Female Success Network with the incredible Abigail Horn. But 2 years ago, life sort of like a life bomb went off, and it sounds glitzy and glamorous, but we upsticked and moved over to New York for my husband's job. And so it was like leaving you guys, so the family, friends, everybody at that side, but also a business as well, because it was really difficult when I moved here. So very quickly it sort of like this life bomb had gone off, and it's like, what do I do now? I can't go
You're
and see
kind
it.
of like John Travolta when he goes to Mia Wallace's house and she's gone to the toilet and he's like this. You've gone over there having this massively successful business with the Female Success Network, having the massively successful business with all the creative direction, brand photography. Like, you're one of the most sought after branding photographers in the UK. Like, people know Sarah Stone's photography. Like, I'm like fangirling over my own fucking cousin. And you get over to New York, and it's like you've had to just do a massive etch-a-sketch of your entire life, and you've spent the last 2 years building all of your kind of life again around where you are now, building and now an international and a global business around your super duper field of expertise, which is, tell us about your business now, because it looks very different to those of you, even those of you that are in our mutual networks. Sarah's business looks very different now than it did even 12 months ago. You've been on quite a journey, right?
It has, I literally went into bunker nurture zone, and I like explain it like this caterpillar, you know, like how the caterpillar starts before it can fly. So you're the bee, I'll be the butterfly,
right?
And it was like I had to go into this cocoon to reform, to remodel, to really sort of get aligned and sort of like find out what it is that was my true calling, what it was that I was loving, what was making my heart sing, and it took some real soul searching to do that. And I got actually flown over from New York to the UK to do a photo shoot, which all sounds glitzy glam as well. But during that time, it was an amazing conference, and there was Marie Diamond there, who's she features in The Secret. She's been in the film, she's in the book, she's in the sequel to like she Dare to Dream and all these things. So she's a phenomenal lady. And she there, and I bought a book at the time, and inside the book, she said, she wrote the words power, and she wrote the word power, and she gave it, and she said, it's time for you to step into your power, and I think this needs to include Feng Shui. And after I was like, what is this thing? And so I absorbed everything, and I got introduced to Feng Shui, and it was like, oh my God, this is amazing. It's like billionaires use it, celebrities use it, all these people sort of have this, they incorporate this into their lifestyle, their home, their business, you know, like bankers do it, brokers do it, real estate agents do it. And I was like, hold on a minute, this would be perfect for like the audience that I've got right now, for the female entrepreneurs that we have, of actually, because what we did with Female Success Network was that we actually help people pursue their version of success. However, if you've got a chaos in the house or in your relationships,
I don't know anybody like that.
It's gonna always block you, isn't it? It's gonna always stop you from going forward. So the aim of it is to actually sort of like start living with intention, so you can live the life that you love, basically. So with it, I was looking at, and when I did the research on it, all of the when you did a Google search, it looked like a Chinese tat shop, and I was like, oh my God, I love the principles, but I hate
the concept of it.
The concept and the principles and how it works was amazing, but I was like, I don't want Chinese symbols everywhere, and I don't want, you know, randomness, and I don't want to be known for sort of like, you've got to move this here and that there and everything. So I did
one of the things that you're incredible at is aesthetics. Like everything that you touch, everything that you create, everything is beautiful. You know, everything, like even just looking at the stuff behind you, the stuff that you've been involved in, how you look, everything, it's beautiful. It's like you're like to me like Snow White having like flowers and stuff. Like if you just like stick fingers out, you're like a little robin that'll land on your finger. You just tweet it like a robin, it'll tweet back at you. But there is this aesthetic to a lot of the things that you do, and it is beautiful. So I just think it marries up so beautifully with your creativity, so beautifully with the way that you look at life, like through your artistic eyes, to marry that up then with something as intentional as Feng Shui. I'm going to talk about this in a second, because I know some of you might be thinking, Feng Shui, what the fuck are we talking about here, Daniela?
Yeah. Oh, you've even said your Sunday name as well.
I know, right? Whenever anybody's pondering something aggressively at me, they would often use my Sunday name. But like, what are we talking about here? Because Feng Shui isn't just, I've got a nice Himalayan candle, because I do listen. a nice Himalayan salt candelier. I want to put it there, and all of a sudden, I'm going to magic £1 million into my bank account.
Yes, it's complete BS. Yeah.
So talk to us about what this is. What are we talking about here?
So really, the meaning of Feng Shui is like, so Feng is it's wind and water. So it's all about like nature elements. It's all about sort of like learning sort of like energy flow that comes into your home. So if you imagine that you open your front door and there's the biggest gust of wind that comes through that door, you would see that it would blow through your house. Well, basically what you can do is set up your house, set up your office, set up whatever you do with this amazing, incredible energy flow that's attached to you. So it's all within you and around you, and it's sort of then harnessing that energy to call in things, like fortune. It could be better relationships. When you walk into a home and you just think, oh, it feels like a loving home, it feels nice. It's exactly that. It's about, it's really sort of harnessing that energy when you walk into a room, or even if you're doing public speaking, how you become magnetic. We talk about being magnetic. You talk about having a magnetic brand, or talk about somebody speaking on stage. They've got that sparkle. They've got, it's taking that sparkle and applying it to every single thing that you do with intention, instead of fighting against it. So there's certain things that you can do that's based around your personal energy number, and you've got a personal energy archetype that you can harness the power of that, and it allows you to sort of like eradicate fear. It helps you with, it's basically self-improvement meets self-empowerment. That's sort of like with what that is, and it's harnessing that to apply it into your business, or to apply it into your relationships, to be more present, and all those things. So it can apply to all of that. And going back to the aesthetics about what you said, when I was learning all of this, I was like, oh, it's fantastic, but actually running through the core of me is this creativity, like creative thinking, creative strategy, thinking outside of the box, and all of that. So that was why I was like, well, that doesn't exist right now. And then the conversations that I had with you, with Abby, with Nikki Sprosen, Kazia, all my inner circle of ladies that are in there, and I was like, Sarah, you know what you've got to do? If it doesn't exist, you've just got to create it. And that's it. So that's what's happened, is that the aim of the business now is that I've created this brand new modality, which is creative Feng Shui. And it's basically just for intentional living, for your finances, for your success, for your relationships, for the pursuit of intentional living. So then you can truly live what you love and call in what you desire.
Absolutely. And this is the thing, when you start doing things with intention, lo and behold, suddenly you start getting outcomes.
Funny that.
Who knew?
Funny that.
Who knew that when you were intentional about the things in your life, right down to where you're placing stuff, right down to how you're thinking about stuff, right down to where you're channeling your energies and your thoughts, how funny is it that you should get outcomes? I don't know. Exactly. So if you're out there, you're thinking, oh, I wasn't creative Feng Shui. Boil it down to this: if you do the things within your life with intention, and you learn how to do that and harness the energy of that intention, it goes without saying then mathematically that those intentions should start sparking outcomes. And we did a little bit of this right at the beginning of lockdown. So you sent me a message, Dani, I've had this experience, and I've had this, I've been to you came to Be Inspired. We had an incredible time at Be Inspired, and then you went down to London and you learned about this modality, and you was like, Dani, it's been, honestly, it's like a lightning bolt struck my heart. I found
my thing.
Found the thing that actually marries everything together: this intentional living, spiritual, this connection with spirituality that you've got, that's absolutely beautiful, this connection with aesthetic creativity that you've got. It all marries together. Dani, I need to. You was burning to talk. And then it must have been about 2:00 in the morning. He's like, Dani, I need to talk you through something. I'm like, I'm here for you, babes. I know you're in. Like, I can feel it from you across the pond. Talk to me about it.
It was because there's what I love. So there's softness about like my energy, but there's also something that I'm really attracted to, and it's what I saw in Abby as my business partner when we did Female Success Network, and it's why I'm married to Andy, because it's like there's this personality that I'm like magnetized towards, and it's people like you, and it's people like Abby, it's people like Andy that will give me the brutal, honest truth and just say, Sarah, need to just sort of like tweak that a little bit. It's not a goer. It's because it's how you're gonna attract who you're gonna be speaking to. And I just remember you telling you, go for it, babe.
I just couldn't. The thing is, when you are, and this is for anybody that's listening, when you find the thing that you are, it becomes an absolute no-brainer. You're so magnetized towards that outcome. Same with me in speaking. It's the same with me in helping people. Like I can't not do it. I can't not do it. I remember sitting around a table. I've just written a chapter about it in my book. I was sat around a table in Malta, and I remember Lisa Johnson saying to me, "Dani, what is it that burns you up to do? What can you go and teach people?" I'm like, speaking. It's an absolute no-brainer. I want to help people get on stage. I want to help people speak, and I can't help but do it now. And all of the success that you see, everything that we do off the back of it, is because I'm so in tune and aligned with it. And when I spoke to you that night, you were fizzing. You were absolutely crackling with this. Dani, it's really difficult for me to put into words, but I need to ring you. And like, we stayed up, you taught me through it, and I'm like kind of bleary eyed, but I'm thinking, even if I can't take in what you're saying right now, you can't not do this, because I haven't seen you light up in such a way about a direction that you're about to take on your own, no less. Because previously you'd always have business partners. Previously it's always been in conjunction with somebody, and doing this on your own steam, it's just, you just magnetized towards this incredible modality. So it's a no-brainer for me as your family to turn around and go, who the fucking do it?
And that's the difference. So this is a big message to your audience, to whoever's listening on that, is that I've been self-employed for 15 years, and obviously I've been working for, I left school at 15.
You're 13.
I was there, I sort of like, so it's sort of, it's been a long time. It's like 25 years that sort of like got in the background of something like that. And then you go through this of like not knowing where you're going, what you're doing. But the minute that switches on, I've written a book, I've done a program, I've done like got one-to-one clients, and then featured in the media without even like putting things out there, because it's with ease. And that's what it says. It's like effortlessly and easily. Where if you'd have told me like 6 months ago, maybe even, if you'd have said, Sarah, got on a live with me and do it, how many times you'd have said, come on and let's do this. And I was even going to be part of your when we did the big festoon, when we did the spends, and I was like, I think I went, I'm not ready. I bottled out. I completely bottled out, because it just wasn't whereas now you get everything aligned and in place, and you know exactly where you're going, and that switches on, and it's like, feel like this fire is like burning out of you to get out there, and then everything else from there as just the clients have flown in, the media attention is epic, because it's such a talkable topic, because it's so unique. And now I don't mind talking about it, because there's something for everybody but it's just really exciting. So
and it's when you find that thing that you absolutely believe in, that you can see makes really positive impacts on people's lives. And this is the thing, like, we had this conversation at the top end of lockdown here, so you'd just flown back to the US. We just realized that we weren't going to see each other for the foreseeable. We weren't going to be in this, because I was going to come over to New York, and that was it. So we was like on video call, and you were talking me through my own like my profile. And it was at the time, I remember crying. You come round, and you guys will remember this, those of you who've been following my journey. I was working out in my living room. It was an absolute shite hole, because we've got PC rigging everywhere. We've got Mount Washmore that's never going away. We've got, the house is too small for us. And then you were talking me through my profile and some of the things that I could be doing. We talked me through my goal board and some of the things that I could be doing with that more intentionally. And within, 4 to 6 weeks directly after that conversation, we'd got our living room set up in such a way, our bedroom set up in such a way, we'd started to throw away things, create space, create energy in our home that was setting up the intentions for us to move. I didn't know when we had that conversation how on earth I would be able to sort out and afford, or even be able to get a mortgage for my dream home. And day before yesterday, I went down and put a reservation on the fucker. So it is with all of those intentions of doing all of that work that I am a complete convert. I'm like, okay, there has got to be some sort of method in this madness. It's not, this isn't just like being pulled from thin air. There's a reason why, as with most Eastern teachings, as with the majority of Eastern teachings, there's a reason why it's been passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation to generation.
And that's the point now. And that's the point of with creative Feng Shui. What I wanted to do is take that what had been passed down and actually formulate it into a way that works for us in this new modern age, especially where we are now. Is like our home has instantly become our office, our gym, our school, our staycation destination. So actually, you've got to get it some harmony going there, because you're all together in a confined space. So actually there's never been there's never been a better time to actually just think, actually there's got to be a bit of an impact on all of this, and that's what this is created for. So I think it's just, again, divine timing that it's out at this stage for people to just try and implement in some way somehow. So if it helps someone just a little bit, and even people that have started reading it this morning, they're going like, this is just pure magic. This is like, I can't put this down. It's like intriguing, and it is fascinating. And that's what I wanted to share. I wanted to share the magic, the fascination and the intrigue around it, but actually put some real sort of weight and sort of like purpose behind what you're
methodology doing. Behind it as well.
I don't want to be known for being a manifesting queen or anything like that. I don't, my business, my background is business and business strategy and creative strategy and all of that. So I don't want to necessarily sort of water anything down with anything. But when you start talking about law of attraction, the words in this attraction is action. So actually, and what I hadn't been doing before was living intentionally. So I didn't have any intentions or goals or put numbers on things, because I was scared of money. I was scared of putting a number on something.
We came from the same place, Sarah, and I talk about this all the time. So we grew up holding hands.
We did.
So all of our money blocks, all of our success blocks, we are very similar in a lot of ways. And as such, our fears are very much parallel, our blockers to success. So it's no surprise that we begin our real entrepreneurial journeys together, our breakthrough and magnetized entrepreneurial journeys together. Suddenly we start seeing the success, because we've been doing that work to strip back those limiting beliefs, that understanding around money. What is that relationship? It doesn't even belong to us. That was our parents' shit. That was like our grandparents and their grandparents' shit. And we're carrying that around like really heavy baggage. And you and I together and our sisters start to put that baggage down. Suddenly we start to see success for ourselves. I just think it's
and funny that, isn't it? But it's that realization of that actually it's within you, and actually the art of forgiveness, the forgiveness of yourself and of others. The minute that you start to create space in your head and your heart and your soul, it's making space for all the good stuff to enter, and that's the ultimate aim of what that is. So that's where it gets very exciting. So
super exciting.
So we're here. It's been birthed. You've got Abby going birthing babies. I've been birthing books and businesses.
I know, I love it, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit more about the book. So the book is available now on Amazon as we speak. Remind us what it's called.
The book's called Live What You Love, and that's
Live What You Love.
Oh, am I back? Live What You Love, and it's the definitive guide to intentionally improving your life, home, business, finances using creative Feng Shui.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you can grab that now on Amazon, and you can get that in like I bought mine, so it's going to be winging its way to me. But you can either buy that as a Kindle version.
Yeah, we're doing a Kindle campaign today, so it's available for 99p today, just for 24 hours, purely because obviously doing it in that way, it helps with the Amazon algorithms, that it actually spreads it out to a wider audience for us. Yeah, so it's sort of like it ends up being on sort of like a nice hot sellers list, and sort of people that you want that air of magic around it as well, where you're looking around Amazon and this thing that pops up that says "Live What You Live" on there, and you're like, ooh,
I could do with a little bit of that.
Yeah. So that's the aim of it today. So if any support on that side of it would be amazing. And then once somebody reads it, if they do a review, anybody that does a review for it, which is obviously an honest and a raw review, I want no fakeness going on there, please.
No fakeness, no blowing smoke up anybody's ass. Go and find it and tell us how you find it.
Yeah, and then anyone that does the review and puts a screenshot on any of the social media that we're doing, they're going to be getting they're going to be put in a draw to get a Moments gift box, which will be amazing, which will be stunning. So yeah, that's
amazing.
Really cool.
So just for those of you that don't know, you are a part of the incredible Candles company. Who I do all my corporate gifting through Moments Candles Company. They are beautiful, high-end luxury candles and scents. So what a lovely prize to get yourself amongst if you are going to get amongst it, which I highly implore you to do. Of course I do.
Yes.
So
I could just squeeze you.
I'm in New York right now. We should like be popping champagne. We need a nap before. We both need a nap before we
both go and just do a granny nap in our pajamas.
Just a little bubble. I'm still in my pajamas from yesterday. Like I've still
got my pajama buttons on too. Look.
It's when you're launching anything, because you've just launched your interactive program as well as this. So not only because it's not good enough, is it? Like us, our grandma, her last name was Lion. Us Lion girls, like we don't do things by halves.
No.
So here am I trying to write a book in 2 weeks. I'm launching a charity. You're launching programs and writing books and all that kind of stuff. And we're just sitting here in our pajamas like this.
Well, do you know what? We might as well just, we are literally lions through and through. When you get your raw, we're off and on it. And I just thought, and that when I was talking about sort of like what I would do, and when I was like, I'm thinking of doing a pro, and I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to go all in and do it, push
balls to the wall.
And it's done, and I'm so thrilled, and really, really sort of, and at this stage, I really want to just say thank you for all your support, because you're always in that, we're always there in the background for each other, but you're always the number one raving supporter, and I just honestly, I just love you so much, and I'm so grateful for all of your support and putting my fire back in my belly again. So thank you.
but this is it. This is what we do, and it's. Even if we weren't family, we would definitely have come across each other and we would have been friends, because that's just, it is what it is. But I could not be prouder of everything that you have achieved. I couldn't be prouder of you doing this book. When we are like we are, and we are flighty, creative, fabulous people, often we tell ourselves that we don't do things like finish. We don't do things like, put out books. Like, who the fuck writes a book? Do you know what I mean? Like, we're in a very...
I said the other day, I was like, incredible at creativity, crap at completion was my previous title until this week. It was that.
And then you're doing nothing but box things off. Like, you are slaying dragons before my very eyes, and it is because you are helping so many people through this calling, and I could not be prouder. So you guys, if you are watching, please do go. You need to go and connect with Sarah Stone in the first instance. You need to go and check out, have we got, where are we hanging out, babes? Where are we finding out more about this stuff?
So it's going to be, so you can, on my profile, you can connect with me. So obviously it's just either Sarah Stone Online is the little hashtag. I'm over on Instagram, and I'm also, obviously, if you give me a search on social media, I think my profile picture should actually quite match what I look like. I've not been
You're not a catfish. I am a catfish. You are definitely not a catfish, because I tell you what, I don't look like shit. I don't know who this is behind me.
You do. You're beautiful.
So
I love you to pieces.
Sarah, I love you too. Congratulations on your #1 best-selling book, Live What You Love. I'm just honestly, it's such good news. It's a no-brainer. I can't wait to keep holding your hand and cheering you on with me pom-poms as you take off on this flight, you little bloody butterfly.
Same with you.
And I'll speak to you later. I love you. I
Love
hope you
you.
enjoyed our little impromptu live, spreading the love this afternoon. That was Sarah Stone, everybody. What an incredible achievement. It's just the icing on the cake that she's family, but had she not been family, we would be celebrating anyway. What an incredible achievement. That is your latest in the world. Amazon #1 bestseller, Live What You Love. Such a brilliant achievement. So congratulations, Sarah. Congratulations again to the powerhouse publishing house that is Authors & Co. for birthing yet another bestseller. Honestly, you guys, this circle, this hive, this community is full of powerhouses. Go and connect with them. Carry on the conversation in the IATQB hive. Come and tell me what your plans are. What are your intentions as we head on in to the weekend and beyond? Huge love to you. I am going to go and have a little rock in a corner and a nap. And then I'll carry on writing my book. And I will see you all in the morning at 8 o'clock. Huge love, you guys. Tra.